Hey everyone, hope you're doing well. I know I haven't got a lot of videos and stuff up recently. Been very busy. We've got a lot of things going on here trying to get a lot of product out, get some processes dialed in, and we've been producing more than a knife a week on the custom side, which for the bigger customers is not bad. And then there's been some production stuff that's been going on that we're trying to work very hard at too. So I'm gonna try and keep this simple and brief tonight, which I somehow almost never seem to be able to do. So we'll see what happens. So what we have going on is getting ready a small batch for heat treat. I guess first off, let me show you this. So this is the latest proof for the SS2 Kodiak with the saw teeth and everything else from the water jetter. I try to be as open and forthcoming with all these details as possible so everybody can see what they're getting into with these knives. And what I mean by getting into is just, I want you to know the process and so forth. Some guys don't talk about what they have done, services done outside their shop. Some guys do. Honestly, that's everybody's business, but some people ask, so I'd rather just share. The SS2 Kodiaks, I'm going to start having water jetted. Now, if you're not familiar with water jetting, they don't produce a finished blade. This thing is nowhere. This isn't even actually cutlery steel. This is just mild steel to make sure we like the measurements and everything else. This, you're still gonna have to, do quite a bit of work. The blade profile still has to be cleaned up. I still have to clean up each individual sawtooth on the mill. I still have to clean up the holes and radius, the guard, shoulders on the tang myself on the mill. And no grinding is done. This is full thickness steel. So, now that may or may not make a difference to some people. But this is in no means am I getting the blades made somewhere elsewhere. They're basically cutting them out. The part that takes me the most time on the bandsaw, on the grinder, and in the mill. They're locating these teeth and putting them there for me. I still have to go through and do cleanup passes. And it's still a good little bit of work, but it saves me a lot of time. That I would just be sitting in front of a bandsaw doing this, and then in front of a mill doing this. So that's the whole idea, so I can get production out more. Quality is still going to be every bit as good. We've gone back and forth. I'm surprised these guys at the water jet place haven't told me to kick rocks yet, because I have not let them get away with anything, and I don't mean that in a negative way. They have done absolutely great from day one, but I'm very picky because it has to be done right. That's my name that's going on there, and they never did. Let me just make sure, if they see this video, you guys have done a phenomenal job. I have just had exceedingly, I wouldn't say ridiculous, but very high expectations, because it's got to be that way for this, and I'm sure they are used to performing at that level, but I'm just very picky. So thank you for your patience, guys. The saw teeth have been one of the big sticking points, just because there's a lot that goes on there, and they have exceeded my expectations. I'm very pleased. I still have to do some minor work to make it just so, but that's normal. Water jetting is not considered a finishing process in this situation anyway. Anyway, moving forward, that's what's going on there. The Diablo Chete. Okay, this guy isn't finished. This was last month's Knife of the Month. Guys, this dude, he snapped this up within a matter of minutes. This dude knew what he was doing. He knows what he's going to get, and I think he made a very wise choice jumping on it early, because this is going to be a very cool knife. So in review, this is an 11-inch long blade, 2 inches wide, and it's 3/16 thick. So this is going to be a light chopper or a mid-heavyweight machete. And this is going to be a lot of fun. It's going to have a two-tone gun coat finish, guard, hidden tang, micarta handle, and a leather sheath with some hybrid Kydex options. This is going to be a lot of fun, and this guy, he jumped in at the right time, so congratulations to him. I'm doing a small batch for heat treat right now in preparation of a big batch of big blades with M6s, M1s, and so forth coming up later this month. But I got to get some small stuff off so we can keep the wheels rolling. So I've got enough steel to do another Diablo Chete. If you're interested in one of these, let me know, and I can get it profiled out, and those are going to go off to heat treat very soon. In this same batch, I've also got some, where'd it go? I've got some bush knives and a couple of lit knives. Now, some of these are already spoken for by people who have placed orders, or put on the dibs list. But there's going to be probably room for one or two more bush knives in either 1095 or 440C stainless steel. Same thing with the lit knives. Most of them are spoken for, but there's going to be room for one or two in either 1095 or 440C stainless. If you want one, let me know. Shoot me an email, a message, whatever you want to do, and we'll get you set up on that. If you're going to be watching this via the newsletter, I'm going to include pictures of what the bush knives look like when they're finished, because I don't know if my subscribers ever got a chance to see what they came out. They came out beautifully. So anyhow, that's what's going on there. Up next is a small batch of SS2 Kodiaks. If they come out the way I believe they will, then I'm going to do a big batch of these. I'm going to be doing them for two and a half months to get as many banged out as possible so everybody gets caught up. After that, I'm going to do a big run of M7s. It's become more and more efficient for me to do these things in series, you know, a batch at a time, even if I don't do them all at the same time, because you do M7, 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 you get it dialed in and you actually produce a better, easier, faster product. So anyhow, that's what's going on there. If you have any questions, let me know. As always, thank you for your support, and look forward to getting some more knives out. Quality has never been better, so very pleased. Thank you.